What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome to Automotive Life. My name is Lucky and welcome to Workshop Wednesdays. We have a really cool video for today. We're going to find out what we can buy for $1,000 at Harbor Freight. Now, before we go over there, we're going to talk about some of the things you're going to need to think about before you start purchasing tools. Now, a lot of people get super excited. They want to buy some stuff, all the cool stuff, maybe a welder, maybe this, maybe that. And we're going to actually stop and really think about what tools you should get and the reasons why behind it. Now, if you're a new shop and you're looking at maybe building some of your tools, I'm going to tell you right now, you want to buy the tools that make you the most money the quickest. And what I mean by that is like a lift. If you have just basic hand tools and you just signed your lease on your shop and you're ready to get started, you need to get at least one lift. You want something that will make you money. And what I mean by making you money, if you have a lift, this will speed up your time on repairs twice as quick. You'll be able to lift a car up, go through a diagnosis, be able to maybe swap motors and trannies a lot quicker with this particular tool, which will make you more money. So today I want to just kind of talk about some of the things that you need to think about when you're getting ready to purchase tools. Now, when I sold my dealership in 2019, I sold all my tools, all my equipment, all this stuff because I figured I was going to be out of the business. I didn't want to do it anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then here we are with YouTube and it's just kind of popping off. And I figured, you know what? I want to build my studio, not only for my shop, but for fun. So if you look behind me here, I'll probably go out maybe another 20 feet. So right here is going to be our whole YouTube studio. This is only going to be for YouTube projects. The rest of the shop, which you can see back here, is just for work that we got coming in from our wholesale cars. So pretty much we're going to go ahead and start putting posters up, putting the lighting, everything else. We got a little camera stand. So we're ready to go. But before we start fabricating, because we just got the parts in for the 69 fastback, excuse me, the 67 and 68 fastback conversions, we need to go get some tools. So one of the things we're going to need are a lot of fabrication tools. Now, everyone's always like, oh, you got to get the most expensive, the most nicest tools and blah, blah, blah. And so the reason why I want to do Harbor Freight is because there's a lot of tools that I've gotten there for 6-7 years ago that are still currently working. And you know, a lot of people have this big misconception that you got to buy these really expensive tools and have all this other stuff. So today we're going to go out and get a lot of fabrication tools. We're going to go out and get some grinders, some drill presses, some saws, some regular hand tools, stuff like this, things that can help us build out the Mustang, the Mercedes 190E, and a few of the other projects that we have. So it should be pretty fun. So right now, this is the toolbox that I'm using. If you noticed, it's not Snap-on, it's not Matco, it's not Cornwell, it's none of those crazy ones. I think it's like I think it's a Husky or something, or Harbor Freight, one of those ones. And the reason is because at the end of the day, as long as you're a skilled technician and you could know how to work on cars and fix stuff, you don't have to have that super expensive tool. Now, back in the day, Snap-on was really good. I remember when I used to break like a Torx head or your screwdriver's tip would break off, you would hand the tool to your guy and he would just hand you one right then and there. Now, it's completely different. You have to send it in. Snap-on can still deny your claim on a tool, which took out all the fun. And basically now you're paying all this money and you have to wait to find out if your tool is under warranty. Just a complete waste. I've been using a lot of these newer Icon tools and I've been extremely impressed with the quality and the durability. You'll see through some of these builds, we do some crazy stuff with some of these tools just to put them through their paces. So I figured what would be a better video than spending $1,000 at Harbor Freight and to see what we can get. But anyways, I'll quit rambling. We're gonna go ahead to the store. We'll see you guys there. All right, guys, we made it to Harbor Freight. We're getting ready to go inside, see what kind of deals we are, and go ball out. So we just got inside. Before we start like going shopping, going nuts, I always tell everybody, do a victory lap. Try to go through the store maybe 2-3 times before you even pull a single tool off the shelf. The reason is because you'll get excited, like I need this, I need this, I need this, and then you see some more deals over here. Plus, grab one of the coupon books. There's always something on special or for sale. So always take my time first. Like I said, walk through the store 2-3 times, see what you want, what you like, and what deals are going on before you pick anything out. So we talked about this a little bit when we were in the shop. A lot of people get really caught up on name brands. Now, when you're first starting your business or if you're just starting to build your tools, you know, you don't need to have a $6,000 toolbox to hold your tools. It's not necessary. Try to buy some decent quality tools as much as you can and get an affordable box or tool cart before you do any of that. So that's why I believe, like I said, if once you become a professional and you want to spend that extra money and get that quality name brand, you can totally go for it. But in the beginning, like I said, it's very smart to just get as many tools as you possibly can and then get just a small generic box with that. Because I used to laugh, a lot of the franchise stores, I know there's a lot of people guilty of this, they'll go out and buy, you know, this $8,000, you know, snap-on toolbox and literally have like a handful of tools in there. And the best part is a lot of them are Harbor Freight, which is hilarious. So don't be that guy. It's like having that Louis Vuitton bag with $10 in your wallet. Put your money in your tools, get as many tools as you possibly can, and then go out from there. Now, for us, we talked a little bit about how only buy tools in the beginning that can make you money. So we already have lifts, we already have a lot of regular equipment. If you're a general mechanic, you want to buy, like I said, hopefully a two-post lift, some jacks, what else? A really good quality scanner that can help you do that, a power probe, things that'll make you money. What we're looking for right now is fabrication tools. So we're gonna go ahead and go over here, search around, and see what we find. Okay, the first tool we're gonna be looking at is this particular drill press. I'll give you some of the breakdowns on it. You know, you always wanna have a good quality drill press when you're starting fabrication. One, you don't want to be drilling a lot of stuff on the table. Two, this gives you a much more bigger array of putting different size objects in here. What I mean is, if you look right here, there's this facet that's in the back. You can unscrew that. This table can adjust all the way down to the floor and all the way back up. Plus, we have multiple clamps and stuff that bolt into this. So no matter what you're drilling, if it's an awkward angle or whatever type of materials, or if the object is larger, these are usually the best thing. So if you're starting fabrication, I would recommend getting one of these. Now, the one I had a long time ago, I paid $4,000 for it. And I had one just like this from Harbor Freight. They both lasted the exact same 7 years, and I sold them in my last business. So instead of me spending $4,000, we're gonna spend $299 today. So we think we might get another tool. It's not part of fabricating, but it's part of relaxing and safety. What do you think, Mario? It's a musket?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Man.
Padding on the front. Yeah, here you go. Test it out here in Harbor Freight.
Oh.
I'll buy you lunch if you slide across the aisle there.
I'll do it.
Do it. Go for it. A for effort, but I'll still buy you lunch. So here's the next tool they're going to be getting if you want to take a look at that. It is a belt sander. This is one of the best things for fabrication. I had one like this, same thing. We paid about $3,000 for it, and I think we used it a handful of times. So instead of doing that, we're going to go ahead and pick this one up for $279. And it's the exact same thing. We have the flat belt sander. We also have the disc angle grinder. So this is great when you're doing like roll cages, or if you're doing a lot of heavy fabrication. This takes a lot of that stuff out really quickly. So if you don't want to do a lot of hand angle grinding, you can do it with this. So make sure when you purchase this things, always buy accessories, because I can't tell you how many times I've bought something like this, and then when I go back to get accessories after the ones that come with it are gone, all the stuff's out of stock. So make sure you stock up quite a bit of this before you leave. All right, next thing we're gonna get is a chop saw. When you're cutting a lot of tube, we're gonna do some roll cages for these cars. We're actually gonna go out and get this Hercules 14-inch saw, and we may even upgrade. I saw this one, look at this. This is a 2-inch saw. You can do single finger cuts. What do you think, Mario? Is it legit? Should we get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut a 2-inch tubing.
Yeah, I think this is actually good for just cutting dipsticks, but yeah, we'll definitely get that. How much is this? $39. Wow, that's hilarious. So once again, always make sure you get the accessories. So we got the extra disc for the chop saw, and we got the extra belts for the belt sander with the discs. Like I said, always try to get quite a few. So this way, as you're testing out your new products, you're not stuck with the same thing that it comes with. Okay, we actually just picked the barb. We're gonna put that one back. Mario pointed out we have the good, better, and best. So we're actually gonna get the Hercules one. The Hercules is $99, and it's 12 amps instead of 10 amps. So we're gonna go ahead for this one, because the more money we spend today, we get a bigger discount at the end. So let's go for it. Don't forget about accessories. So we got multi-blades for $14 for balling. Shopping cart's getting full. We may have to get another one. All right, if you're doing any type of fabrication work, you're gonna need a shitload of these. Once we start cutting the tops off the fastbacks and stuff like that, even putting some of the body kits in place, even roll cages, we use the hell out of these clamps. So we're probably gonna buy a handful of these. So I think we'll buy maybe 2 of these ones, another 2 of these, and let's see what else we got. That should be good. Maybe we'll get 1 more of these ones. I think we're good to go. All right, guys, tech tip 101. You are not a true shop until you have a bunch of zip ties and duct tape. This is hilarious. Always get a few bags of this and tell people if they don't want to fix their car correctly, you only charge them like 99 cents for some zip ties so they can fix it in the parking lot. Okay, the next thing we're gonna get is this rivet gun. So this one can do traditional rivets as well as the rivet nuts. So when we do the wide body on the Mercedes as well as the Miata, we're gonna use this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and add this to our pile. Just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Here's another tech tip for you. They sell turbos and superchargers here. So if you want to strap one of these to your car, add 3 pounds of boost, go for it. Mario does it all the time in his Integra. So this is not tools, but we're gonna get these. What was it?
You need brakes?
No, I don't need brakes.
Okay.
We're gonna get 4 of these swivel wheels because when we build our tub to roll the Mustang around, we're gonna actually weld those on the bottom. So I always recommend buying like a handful of these. I'll show you some of the tables that we're gonna build. Not only that, but for the Mustangs you roll around, so we're gonna get 4 of those. Okay, here's our next tool that we're buying. This is a vise that's gonna go on a drill press. This will hold multiple things while you're drilling down. A lot of people hold it with their hands, and if anybody's fabricated before, you've smacked your knuckle or almost lost a finger, always use one of these things and then add some of these vices or these clamps to that when you're done, so this way it's totally secure. The item doesn't spin out of your hand when you're using a drill press. Even though most of our tools are electric, we're still going to get a few pneumatic ones. We are going to get an air hammer, and the reason why we're going to get it is a lot of the spot welds we got to chisel out, so we use these tools quite a bit. So we're going to go ahead and pick up this set, and then we're going to look and see what other ones they have. Looks like we got a pretty good deal on some clamps, so I think we're going to buy a handful of everything. So maybe 2 of these, get probably maybe 2 of these ones. Shit, we need a bigger I was gonna stick them in there in the corner, and then probably do 2 of these and we should be good. A little vise, tons of stuff. And I got some stuff, so you always want to get at least 1 good square, so we're gonna get that one, and then 1 good solid metal ruler, which probably get this one right here, because you will use this a shitload when you start fabricating. Okay, we're still walking around trying to get some stuff. We've officially gotten a second shopping cart, which we only got 1 item so far, but we're gonna see how much we could fill it up for. But we're looking for some body hammers, as well as some other tools that can help us do some fabricating. Oh, one more other tip for you guys. When you're buying these tools, even if you don't spend a lot of money, these are still your tools. These are your investments. So make sure you clean your damn tools. There's nothing worse than when I go to my friend's place and, hey, can I borrow a wrench? And you grab it and it's covered in grease and it just looks like crap. It's absolutely awful. So like I said, even though you paid 10 bucks for this wrench, it's an investment. It's your tools. Show some pride, clean them up. Organization is key. One of the things we bought was a tray where we can organize our wrenches, our sockets, and stuff like that, because another thing that will save you time is money. So if you can organize your stuff, keep it clean, it'll help you get that much quicker. And you'll see as we start building stuff on the channel, if we don't know where shit's at and you have to chase like a grinding wheel, a disc, a tool, something like that, it's a complete pain in the ass. So we got Mario testing out some of the tools. Icon is actually a very impressive brand. I was shocked when I first got one of these ratchets, which I don't know if you guys saw my other video, I got a gold plated one of these ones, and we used it and it's been working great. Now all the tools that I have currently in that chest that you saw at the shop are all full of Icon tools, because you know it kind of bummed me out when I used to buy, you know, this from like Cromwell or Snap-on or Matco. It would cost, you know, $100 a set, and then all you lose is one, and then you're paying 20 bucks for each one. $14. Even if one of my guys lost this or I lost the set, I'd come back and just buy another one for 14 bucks. It's not that big of a deal. But like I said, you can look at some of the quality of their tools here. I just love the feel, especially the fine tooth. Listen to that, it's great. Okay, we're walking through the toolbox, and I figured we'd go over this again because I still think this is one of the most hilarious things. When you're a new tech and you're first starting out, everybody wants to get a super expensive box. I've never seen so many techs that have an $8,000 box but got $200 worth of tools in it. Something like this is 1,500 bucks, and look at it. I would much rather get something like this than one of these massive boxes that cost a bunch of money. We kind of equivalated to a girl buying, you know, a Louis Vuitton bag but having 12 bucks in her bank account in her wallet. It doesn't make sense. And they have all kinds of different ones. If maybe 1,500 bucks not your thing, they got one for 800 bucks. They got some other chests for like $400. I'm hoping, we'll see, Harbor Freight will hopefully sponsor me in some of this stuff because we're going to the Icon aisle. I'm gonna buy some stuff here, but that's the one I want. So shout out to Harbor Freight if you're watching this, give me this. Just to show you guys some comparisons, 2,100 bucks to Snap-on $6,000. And just to give you a heads up, this video is definitely not sponsored by Harbor Freight. I just wanted to show you guys because like I said, you can get some good stuff for affordable prices. Here you go, I found the perfect tool set for all you YouTube mechanics. So we definitely need a grinder, even though we have the belt sander, and this is gonna do a lot of this stuff. We don't wanna burn up these belts. So we're just gonna get a regular tabletop grinder. These things are really good, but always make sure when you buy one of these, get one of the metal wheels, especially for like polishing and cleaning up some stuff that's a little bit more delicate. So if you want to polish up your welds and make it look pretty, if you do some powder coating, it's definitely a must have. And this is a Hercules brand, and it's only $139. Okay, we were looking for hand tools for a while, so this is what we're gonna need to do a lot of sheet metal work. If you guys have never used hammers with dollies, it's super important. We're gonna show you a few things on the channel of shaping and warping metal. It's a lot better to do this with these tools than adding tons and tons of Bondo. So this is something a must have. And this is a pretty good deal, only $44. Now, there are some Snap-on tools and other ones that have more like specialty shape for finer detail. But to be honest with you, those kits are about maybe $600–700 compared to $44. So, and it's basically just hammering metal upon metal. We're gonna go ahead and take this one. Okay, so we have 2 shopping carts, a handful of coupons. You can see this. What do you think, Mario? What's the price?
Like, I think like about 800, 1,000.
I'm guessing $1,200. DT, what do you think?
They said they wanted to
Yeah. 12.
It's gonna be $1,200.
Yeah.
Remember I told you guys, keeping your budgets in key, $1,800. So we were supposed to spend $1,000. I don't know if you guys seen, I have my own card here from Carrot. So we just finished our shopping spree, and look at all the stuff we got. We got 4 different shopping carts full of stuff. Now I know our budget was $1,000, but we got a bunch of deals. There's a bunch of stuff on sale. DT, the manager here, showed us all the extra stuff that we could get, so we decided to just go crazy. Now this is a good reason why we made that joke about going over your budget and walking through the store, because this is what happens when you get turned loose and you start buying a bunch of stuff. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna head back to the shop, we're gonna load some of this stuff. So we're gonna pack 90% of the stuff in Mario's truck, and I'm probably gonna take 1 box and actually throw it in the Audi. We'll see you back there. So we got Mario's truck full. We got all the things done, so I got to do my part. We got the wheel right here. Boom, barely fits in the trunk. So 2 hours later, we got all the equipment together. We have our belt sander, which is going to be a great tool. If you guys have never used one of these things are awesome. A lot of people use the old school grinders and hand school grinders. This actually works a little bit better, especially with the flexibility that this thing offers to do multiple things. You'll see, we'll do a lot of the roll cages and metal fab with that. We got our Icon creeper, which is actually really awesome and comfortable. We're going to try that one out later. And here's our drill press with the vise, already clamped down, ready to rock and roll. And all through this excitement, we forgot to get some quality drill bits. So we got to go out and get some bits so we can start drilling, but that's good to go. We have our bench grinder, which is always a necessity. Even though we have the belt sander, we still want to have something that's mounted there so we can do some hardcore grinding. We even got a metal wheel, which I think is, it's in one of my drawers. But we're going to go ahead and put that on there. So this one will be the heavy, and then we'll have a brush wire to clean off welds and stuff like that. We got our chop saw, which I was really surprised. There is a blade with it. So I also have the other blade still sitting in the trunk of the Audi, which is pretty hilarious. Both these are Hercules brands, which we're going to try out and see how it works. Heard a lot of good things, so we'll see how it goes. We have our rivet gun, where we're going to be actually doing rivet nuts for some of the wide body flares and other things we're going to be doing for like the Mazda, the 190E, and then even some of the stuff here for the actual Mustang. Now for the Mustang, we got a bunch of body tools, hammers and dollies. These things are super important. Never overpay for this stuff, because the technology is really simplistic. It's all about technique. So as long as you have a decent set of hammers, and you want to get any type of like dollies that are specialty, you could buy those individually. But this is good enough where we can actually work the sheet metal on some of these old Mustangs. Once we do the fastback conversion, it'll all balance out, which I'll show you here in the video. We got our wheels, because like I said, we are actually going to lift this Mustang up off the ground. We're going to take off all the sheet metal, rear end, back end, rip all that stuff out, put a cage underneath there, and actually put the wheels on there so we can roll this chassis around, do the fastback conversion, and then eventually once we're done, we'll go to phase 2. And that's the whole purpose of buying all these tools you see here right now, is to build some of the cages, do some of the metal fabrication we're going to be working on. Now, I put a lot of stuff in the drawers. You can see, all Icon. I got some more stuff as we work our way down. So, it's all Cornwell. But anyways, so a lot of these drawers are already full of a lot of Icon stuff. So today we spent over $1,800. Now, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, oh, that's a lot of money for what you have right here. But I literally filled up the tool chest, have all these tools. And the reason why is I wanted to show people that you could buy good stuff and use this and not have to worry about, hunting on like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, because I'm sure we could have probably done that and maybe saved 20 bucks on this, 50 bucks on that, 10 bucks on this and this. I wanted to go everything from Harbor Freight, just to show people that if you're in a small town, big city, whatever, there's usually a Harbor Freight everywhere around, and there's always discounts. I think almost everything here we got was actually on sale, which is really cool. So now that we have the tools, I'm very excited to start here on the Mustang project, the Mercedes project, the Miata project. We got tons of projects, even more that I can't even tell you guys about. But like I said, now that we have some tools to start this off, I'm looking forward to it. What do you guys think of Harbor Freight and their tools? Leave a comment section below. This is not a sponsored video, so you can go ahead and, give me your honest opinion. Some of the stuff that I had worked out really, really great. I'm looking forward to using some of these more heavier tools, especially this belt sander and this drill. So we're gonna see how this all goes, but I'm super excited to get pumped on this. If you guys have any questions at all, please put them in the comment section below. I answer every single one myself personally, none of my staff. Also, once again, if you could definitely smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, it also find more amazing people like yourselves and enjoy automotive content. And once again, please consider subscribing to us. We do post 3 times a week, so make sure you click the notification bell. And once again, follow us on automotive.life on Instagram. We have all kinds of funny stuff there. I post there daily, especially my stories are pretty hilarious, definitely unfiltered. And then also just to keep up to date with some of the fun projects we have here, because I love the talking head stuff. I love talking about what's going on in the automotive industry. We just did that video on Carvana that's getting a lot of traction. We did the one about the dealership sending, all this other fun stuff. But I actually like building cars as well. So I try to do everything, the business aspect in, as well as the building. So now that we got some of this stuff, hopefully next Workshop Wednesday will be a little bit more exciting. We'll do some more chopping and dicing. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you next time.